Apparently, in 2024, men make the best women, and fat is the new fabulous. That's what the people at the Miss Maryland and Miss Alabama pageants would have you believe this year. Because the Miss Maryland pageant has been won by a biological man, and the Miss Alabama pageant has been won by a plus size woman. I want to play some footage for you of both people, and then I want to talk about it because I believe, whether by design or unintended consequences, there are some big cultural things that could open the door to communism. And I want to talk about it after I show you this footage. But take a look at this.
You are making history in so many ways tonight. You were just crowned Miss Maryland USA on the very first day of Pride Month. What does that symbolize for you?
It symbolizes everything because, as we all know, MUO has now celebrated women universally, no matter their age, no matter their gender, or their marital status. And as a military spouse and as a proud trans woman, I hope to display this in a positive light. And as an immigrant myself, the immigrant tenacity, I hope to showcase that to people and hopefully inspire somebody along the way.
Okay, so now this time last year, you would not have been able to participate in this pageant due to an age increase as well as allowing married women to now compete. But here you are now,
right,
wearing the crown and about to represent Maryland.
2024.
Seeing my family, seeing their smiling faces, their presence makes me really happy. So just being with my family.
You remember the story of King Midas? The king who loved gold so much he was granted the ability to turn everything he touched to gold, and who inevitably turned his daughter into a golden statue because he hugged her after being granted the gift. Well, wokeism has a very similar effect on culture, my friends. Except wokeism doesn't turn something to gold. Everything touched by wokeism inevitably turns to crap. And that is what we're seeing on display with these two beauty pageants. Because there is no way that a biological man should be allowed to compete, let alone win a beauty pageant. And a morbidly obese woman should not be allowed to compete in a pageant, which has long been a standard in popular culture for what is beautiful and what is good, what is feminine. But you see, the way that I believe that the communists in our government and those that wish to take over and take total control are playing together with the woke is that wokeism causes chaos and confusion. They would have you deny your own eyes. Don't trust what you see with your own eyes. Don't trust that a man is born a man and will remain a man, regardless of what hormones or what surgery or how he chooses to present himself. A biological man will never be a woman, regardless of what he does. And there is no way that this should be allowed to stand. A morbidly obese woman is not beautiful because obesity is unhealthy simply because of that fact. Now, that's not being ugly, that's not being unkind, but it's glorifying obesity, and that's what this body positivity movement has turned into. It's glorify my fat. If I'm unhappy with the way I look, it's not my problem, this movement says. It's society's problem. Society has the problem, not the individual. And Miss Alabama should be encouraged to drop 200 pounds. Strictly if it's for her own health, much less to compete in a beauty pageant. And it's disgusting that we're seeing these two candidates win pageants and will now compete in the Miss USA pageant. A biological man does not deserve to be on the same stage. He should not serve as a contestant, nor should a morbidly obese person, because this should not be the standard. But the woke movement and its allies would push this on you because they want you to deny reality. They want to kill everything that is beautiful. Why? Because beauty and creativity are a natural result of a free market capitalist society. This is not a reach, my friends. Go study communism. There's nothing beautiful about a communist society. If you look from space at North Korea and South Korea, you can see a visible difference from space because you will see lights from creativity that is allowed by free market capitalism, and a communist state like North Korea is completely dark from space. There's a difference there. They want to stifle everything that is good, everything that is beautiful, everything that is creative, so they can take total control. Make no mistake about it, it's all about control. It's always been about control. And wokeism seeks to have you deny your own eyes, to deny your own ears. I heard a story one time of this young woman who now lives in America. Her name escapes me, but she grew up in North Korea. And she said that when she was in school as a child, that they convinced her that 1 + 1 did not equal 2. 1 + 1, based on the revelation of their supreme dictator, equaled a bigger one. You see what's happening there? They're having you deny reality. The same thing is happening with these pageants. They are using chaos and confusion any way they can to have people so fed up with it that even the American people would finally get so sick with it, that's their hope, that they would cry out for a dictator so that he would swoop in and say, okay, enough's enough, we're going to do it the way I want to. That's how they take control. And so it's being used, wokeism is, as a weapon to cause chaos and confusion. I'll give you a simple equation. Chaos times confusion equals a gateway to communism. Chaos and confusion are the gateway drugs of communism and all totalitarian states. I will not deny reality. I will not say that a biological man is a woman. Now, out of respect, I may call him by his feminine name, but I will never say that a biological man is a woman. I will never say that being morbidly obese and unhealthy is beautiful. There are certain things that I believe we as human beings, when it comes to physical attraction, are hardwired to find attractive and beautiful. And morbid obesity is not one of them. This is a disgrace to the pageant system in this country that has long been held as a standard of feminine beauty. This should not be allowed to fly. And I believe that the woke allies that want to inevitably push communism on all of us are celebrating this. See, this goes far beyond just a pageant. It's about getting us to try to deny reality, and I won't do it. When they have you deny what you see, what you hear, they can convince you of anything. And I refuse to deny biological facts. And it's a shame and a sham that a biological man would win this pageant. I feel sorry for the contestants in both the Miss Maryland pageant and the Miss Alabama pageant, because they worked hard to be the best they could be to compete. And it is sad and disgusting that these are the best candidates that Maryland and Alabama could put forward. We must do better. Don't deny what you know to be true, because that's the ploy right there. That's the crux of it. Stick to what you know is true, and don't let anyone deny that the truth is the truth, because the truth you know will set you free. Know the truth, live the truth, advocate for the truth, and refuse to go over the cliff with the rest of the maniacs in society trying to push this on the rest of us. Please do me a favor. Please like this video. It helps the algorithm out. Please share it. Help me get this message out to as many people as possible, because this woke shit's got to come to a stop. And please subscribe to the channel for more content.